or this new year 2021, where a lot of people have a lot of questions. A lot has happened. We're all expecting a lot of things to happen for our hearts, for our health, for our money, for everything. You know, there's a lot of things going on. So I'm just checking that I'm connected everywhere, because you can ask your questions on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and I'm here to reply to you and tell you what is going on with your life. So let me see if all is happening. I think it should be working. Let me just check my special monitor, streaming monitor, to see if I'm live everywhere. But it seems I'm already on YouTube, on Facebook, on Periscope, on Dailymotion, on Twitch, and everywhere. That sounds great. Okay, so let me get back to the meeting of today, and then let me cut that off. I think that should still be working. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the Zoom. Okay. So there's people waiting in the waiting room already. I'm going to let you in, people. This is the RTWM Tower Live. Every Sunday, you can ask questions about love, work, money, anything you really care about. We also talk about astrology. I remind you that it's great if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic. It's a great way to be connected. And remember that the subscriber number 200 will get a free psychic session with me of an $80 value, of 15 minutes free psychic session, completely private. So it's very important that you subscribe to my channel, because you could win this psychic session. You can also book a private session with me by visiting rtwm.as.me. And anyway, we're here. So I'm going to let people in the room, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about astrology and see for every sign what is happening for us. You know, no matter what sign we are, there's going to be a lot of things going on with us. So I picked some cards for this week. I used the crystal cards. That's what I do every week. So these are the cards I'm picking. I show them to you because my dear friend from Brittany, Morgan, and Mentor always tells me, you never show the cards. You have to show us the cards because people like to see them. So I'm showing you the cards that I'm using. So I picked one card for every sign this week. So I'm going to start with the Aries. So what is happening this week for Aries? I happen to be an Aries, so it's always exciting for me when I pick the card for Aries. So this week is abundance. It's a very good card for all Aries. So let's hope a lot of great things are going to happen. It's about, you know, it's a moment to pick up the fruits on everything that you've been planting in the whole year, all the seeds. This is the moment to just pick them up. So it's very, very good week for Aries. I'm excited. It's starting today, Sunday. That's for this week, yes. And then we have Taurus. Taurus, this week, you might have suffered things with your heart. You know, you might be a little bit lonely, or it's a moment for you to maybe reconnect with a certain crystal, like rose quartz is good for you because it heals, you know, your heart. You've been a bit lonely. Kristen actually is joining. She's a Taurus, by the way. There's Adiba, there's Gabriela, there's Betsy. I can see in the room. There's also Bo. So anyway, if there are any Taurus in the room or Taurus watching us today, it's a moment for healing. You know, heal your heart this week. Do something for yourself, for what you've been feeling, what people make you feel sometimes. It's a moment to work on that a little bit. I'm just going to mute this thing. Yeah. And then we have, let me check what we have next. We have today a little bit all over the place. So that happens this week. We have Gemini, of course. So Gemini, this week, you have the relaxation. It might be the moment for you to just chill a little bit. You know, sometimes life is crazy, especially right now, even if it's just starting, you know, the year just has started. But maybe you feel a little bit all over the place. I wanted to remind you as well that there will be a Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. So we never look forward to that when this planet goes on the other side. It's a little bit complicated. Nothing works out. We say something, people don't get it the right way. That's what's about to happen. I mean, in a few weeks, but for Gemini. So if you have any contract to sign right now, it's a moment to do it. Don't wait until the end of the month. And if you're Gemini, it's even worse. So sign everything now, make it happen, but relax for this week. That's what the astrology is telling us. That's kind of what I picked for you today. And then let me check. After that, we have Cancer, of course. So Cancer this week, what is happening with you is it might be a good time actually to connect with a psychic or a medium or someone that's very much connected to ancient knowledge, shamans. And, you know, it could be a good moment, especially because last week you were a little bit stuck. It was hard for you to move into 2021. You were not really sure, but I'm telling you, yes, it is 2021. So you better get ready for it. And then you might need a bit of help. You know, sometimes some signs can get stuck, you know, in a stuck somewhere, and it's a moment to just unstuck yourself. It's a moment to realize, well, 2021, get out of your shell, and if you need some help, of course I am around, but also you can read. Astrology can help you, and also crystals and any kind of ancient knowledge, once again, can be very good for you. There is Jan who's in the waiting room. Okay, so I let her in. I'm doing everything in this house, as you know. I am Raphael, the world's medium, psychic medium. I do tarot readings. I'm also a medium. I connect with spirits. Sometimes I connect with animals as well, and we probably will be talking about it a little bit later. So today you can ask your question either by joining us in the Zoom. You type theworldsmedium.com/live shows. As you can see, this looks a little bit like a teleshopping, but I think it's great because you see immediately what you see is what you get. It's tarot. Sorry, it's tarot this side. There's YouTube you can join, and there's also the website where you can immediately how to join us. You can type in your question as well under the video. If you are watching on Facebook, feel free typing a question. Actually, I completely forgot to launch the chat. There might be a lot of people waiting already with a lot of questions. I hope it's going to work out because I didn't launch it on time. So let's see. Let me see. Okay, I think it's going to still work even though I didn't launch it on time. We'll see anyway. So you can type in your question under the Facebook, under the YouTube, and then I will respond too. Getting back to the signs, we were talking about Cancer, and now we're going to talk about Leo, and then it will be Virgo. But let's talk about Leo first. Leo, be happy for what you have. Be thankful for what you have, what's been given to you. Sometimes it's good to just think, okay, I want to be on top of the world and have everything. But you know what? I'm not sick right now. I'm not going through crappy things. I should be grateful for it. And it's always annoying when someone tells you be grateful for what you have. You want something, yeah, whatever, but still sometimes you think, yeah, I can breathe today, it's okay, the air is not completely polluted, I'm not sleeping on the street. It's actually nicer than if I was sleeping on the street and if the air was polluted. So sometimes you can think that way, simple things, and just be thankful for what you have. It makes you feel better, especially in times where, it's a bit of a challenge. You're not sure you're really where you want to be, but still, you need to remember that see the glass half empty. No, half full, not half empty. Sometimes it's good to remember that. It makes you feel better. That's what Leo should be doing, right now. And then we have Virgo. Virgo, always remember to have healthy boundaries. Don't let people always enter. Don't let people always enter, your own bubble, if I may say. You have the right to allow who can come in, who can ask you a question about yourself, and who should not. So just this week, just make sure you get you don't let anyone in, getting into your feelings, into your emotions, and getting into you. When you didn't allow them to. So you have the right to hold the key of your own bubble, if I may say. So that's remember that. Then we have the Libra this week. So Libra this week, purification. It's a good moment for you to maybe light a little bit of white sage. I always recommend California white sage. This is what the Indian natives used to use. It's a very ancient thing. You find it once again in California. You can buy it on Amazon, on my website as well. You can buy it and then you burn it around you, and it clears your energy. And that's what I would recommend right now for Libra, because this is the right time, beginning of the year, clearing the energy. That's what you should be doing. This is what you must do. Yes. You can also use Himalayan salt, have a shower, put some Himalayan salt around you. It's very easy. It's a pink salt you can find at the supermarket, and just put it around you. It clears your aura. I do it all the time. Every time I do it, I feel so much better. But I do it actually maybe 3 times a week. So I really recommend that for you. That would be very good. And then after Libra, we have Scorpio. Scorpio is a little bit like Taurus today. It's very much about emotional healing. What made you suffer until now, in your life? What has made you suffering, suffering of things? And what are you carrying? What emotions that are making you sad or out of balance? What are you carrying with you? Maybe this is the moment to talk to a therapist and to explore that, because it feels a bit like you're a little bit sad, maybe you're out of balance. And that would be a good moment to clear that energy and see what you can do about it. It's the right week to do so. And then then we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Adiba is Sagittarius, I know. Sagittarius, by the way, is the best friend of Aries, but I like all the other signs, but they are known to be very good friends. So I just wanted to remind, Sagittarius is always dear to my heart. And it's joy for you this week. The card that came up was Opal. So it could be a good week. Last week was a little bit complicated from what I saw in the cards. I don't remember exactly what I saw, but it was the last week horoscope was a little bit, it was not the best week. It was very complicated, but the joy seems to be back this week. So I'm excited for Sagittarius. You probably will have a good week this week. So Sagittarius and Aries are happy this week. We don't know about next week, but this week is working out for us, I think. And then we have, after Sagittarius, it's Capricorn. I lost the window. Let me just re-click. Okay, you're back. Capricorn this week, it's a little bit as well like Taurus and a Scorpio, if I may say, because it's about, fixing yourself, heart healing as well. It seems that this week is a very good week to start the year with, seeing what made you sad, what love you need, what is the definition of love for you. And that's exactly what's happening for Capricorn this week. That being said, Capricorn had a great year last year. So, we were all jealous, and they have a good year to come as well this year. So it's a good year for Capricorn, but just, make sure that your heart is very happy where it is. And then we have, I think let me reopen my little astrology thing. And then, of course, we have Aquarius. Yes, exactly. Yes, we have Aquarius. And this week you are learning something. Just like last week, I think it was Libra that was learning something new. But this week it's for you, Aquarius. And, Aquarius, of course, is leading the horoscope, is leading all of us. We are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is a star. We're all jealous, by the way. I don't know who's Aquarius out there, but we're jealous of you. I wanted to tell you, we want to be number one. Betsy says she's Aquarius. So you are jealous of you because you are leading the world. It's about electronics and vibrations, and it's all about you, what we're doing right now. You rule, yeah? So that's Aquarius for us. And you're learning something new. So there could be new technologies, new things that you are learning this week, and it's very much about you, and you're going to show us, and we're going to try to follow the best we can. So it's a good week for you, new start, 2021. And then we have the last sign, Pisces, who's always very emotional as a sign. And it's very much about your ancestry. Where do you come from? What connection you have with them, with your ancestors. And yes, so that's very much what you want to think about this week, how your ancestry, what impact it has on you, now in this life. It's very important to remember the roots we have, because they have so much impact on who we are, what we do. Even sometimes we're not even aware of it. And I reminded that story, by the way, about me, because I'm the one talking, that, my parents have this beach house in France, and there's a ghost in there, and there was a ghost. Now it's a little bit better, but the ghost was in there because deep down, my ancestor took the house from this person who actually died, and now is haunting the home, and that person's not happy at all. That had an impact on me, not always being able to know where I want to live. That's why I travel around the world, and I'm always a bit of a gypsy, because that ghost was not happy that my family took the house from him, and then he punishes me. But anyway, so ancestry is very important. You're here as well sometimes to clear things that have happened to someone in your family, and then you are here to fix everything. That's what's happening for you, Pisces. It's not necessarily you having to fix something this week, but just remembering, where you come from does have an impact on what your life is and what is going on with you. So I remind you who I am. I am Raphael, the world's medium. I do psychic reading. I'm also a medium for the people just joining us. And every Sunday, it's the RTW Tower Live. You can join the live show, and we have quite a few people already joining me on the Zoom and be in the studio. It's a lot of fun. We're all connected. We can really talk, interact by typing theworldsmedium.com/live shows. It's every Sunday at noon LA time. And then you can join from all around the world. We have always people from everywhere. And then, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RaphaelPsychic. I remind you that the subscriber number 200 will get a free psychic session, private psychic session with me of a value of $80, and 15 minutes reading with me, completely private. And you can also book a private session with me, completely private, by typing rtwn.as.me. And to finish, you can type in your question wherever you see that window. You can just type it in on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, and I will respond because I have a wonderful chat system. I hope it's working today because right now there's no message and I find it a bit strange. The chat is waiting for your message. So maybe today it's not working. I really hope it's working. I just want to double check, but it seems to be connected though. We'll see. Anyway, so your messages are welcome. And now we're going to start with the first person who connected to the meeting today. And I do think that, let me see, I think it was Vo
Raphael?
actually. Sorry? Somebody said, hi there, who is it? Who's talking? Somebody's talking right now.
This is Gabriella. Hi, Raphael.
Hi, how are you doing, Gabriela?
I'm fine. How are you doing? You look stunning as usual.
You do too, but you look really purple. It's a beautiful color though, but I like it. Thank you for your compliment. How are you doing? Did you have a nice week this week?
Yeah, let's say yes. Let's say
All right,
yes.
that's good. Well,
I opened my microphone because I, I wasn't sure that you can read my message on Zoom.
I did, but you know what? The thing is like, no, I didn't actually. To tell you frankly, I don't really read the messages unless it's an emergency when it's on Zoom. But I do read the messages that arrive on Facebook, on YouTube, and everything. Because if you're here already in the meeting with us, usually you can just express yourself and ask me the question directly, you know? So on Zoom, that's how
Great.
it is. If you're on Facebook, you just type it in. But the message on Zoom, it's too much to handle to read the message on Zoom. So I don't really read them. Usually I see them after, you know, and so I don't really, because I'm talking, I'm doing the calls,
Of
you know,
course.
so it's an extra window with messages. So it's better if you just tell us the question if you want, and then I can look into it right now. And yes,
Okay.
with the microphone, it's better. It's more interesting for everyone so we can see really what it is about. Tell us your question, and then I'm going to look into it.
Well, 2 weeks ago, I asked you about if it was the case for me to move from this apartment, and you confirmed.
Yeah.
These 2 weeks, I worked on it, and it is very tough. Then my question is if I can, I will ask to the landlord to keep my rent lower
Yes.
and stay in this apartment. I want to know, what do you think about it?
All right, great. You want to ask them to lower the rent for you, and then you would stay in the apartment. You want to know what he's going to say about it.
Well, we already had a reduced rent for 6 months, but we
Yeah.
need more time.
All right, I understand. At the same rate as what you have right now, correct?
Correct.
All right, okay, so let me see. I want to remind you, though, I remember the reading I did for you last week, and I saw that the minute you would move, it would be a very good move for you. So I do not encourage you to stay, but I'm going to look at your question right now regarding that specific question about keeping the same rent and staying longer, even though I really felt that you had to go, and that would be a very good move, all right? So, but I will answer
Okay.
this other question you have today, because I shall remind everyone, you know, you are the master of your life. This is an advice I give you with the cards as a psychic, but of course, at the end of the day, you are the one, you know, deciding what you do, not me. I'm just here to give you an extra advice and see what the cards want to say. So let's see if it's a good idea and what he's going to say as of keeping this low rent for you, lower, you know, rent.
Yes, because the thing is that moving to another apartment right now, it's becoming tough because they ask for warranties that now we cannot have. That's the
I
reason.
know. Yeah, but I saw you finding something though, and sometimes there are opportunities and you are very surprised and it's like clack, it pops. So that's maybe what I saw. So as with, I think it's difficult to have this conversation with, I don't think they want you to keep the low rent. You know, I don't think they will be very nice because they're all about the money. You know, they really want you to
Yeah.
pay and pay and pay. So I would say that you can try. I don't know if they're going to be okay for 6 months. I think they don't want to do it, but they might kind of, you can maybe force them to do it and accept it. But I don't feel that they're going to be very excited about it. I find them not really wanting to do that. They might do it under pressure if they have no choice, but you might have to do it this way because it doesn't seem that they want that. They could say no and you could say no, but yes, we still want to do it that way and try to, you know, push them. That's possible, but I don't see them wanting that. But there might be a way to push them to do it for you and to still allow you, but I don't think they want to. I don't
I
feel
will
that way.
I will keep searching then.
Keep searching because I really saw you moving in a great place for you that was going to be so much better. So you can still ask them because you know you were going to ask them anyway. I don't feel that they want to do it. They might still do it if you push them, saying, you know, we don't want to get out. But I saw you going somewhere else. So keep looking. I see you moving somewhere else, and it was going to be really great for you and a very
Okay.
nice place. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Raphael. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. And of course, keep us posted and, you know, tell me like next week what has happened. I'm always curious to see what is happening and, you know,
I will.
putting the reading. Thank you. That sounds great.
Thank you.
You take care. Thanks for
Hi,
being here.
Raphael. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Okay, let me just click that. Yeah, I'm very well, Betsy. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a question for you. I'm looking
Okay,
for
go
a
on.
job in the medical field, but I haven't had any luck since I'm very knowledgeable. I have the certifications. I
Yeah.
just wanted to know if I'm going to land on a medical job for the month of January or maybe around my birthday, which is in February of next month. That's what I wanted to know.
All right, let me check and tell you what I see around that, around this medical job, if you're going to get it. If you're going to get a job and if you get it, if it's going to be like in January or in February. So let me take a look and I will tell you right now, okay?
Thank you.
Let's see.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, no problem. So let me see with the cards. So I'm shuffling the cards, by the way, the Marseille Tarot. I'm going to show you because, you know, people want to see a little bit of tarot and see, you know, what I'm doing with my hands. I'm not playing with my hands. I'm not playing the piano while I'm talking to you. I'm actually picking cards, I promise. So let me see what is going on with you in terms of work. Okay, so come. No, come. I see you really getting a job, to tell you frankly. You know, it seems like the market is a little bit strange somehow. You know, they're very pickish. Still, they like your quality in terms of this job. They like the kind of work you do. You know, there's a King of Cups. It can be for a woman as well, but it's someone who has really great quality, great social quality, human quality. So you are being liked in this world. They like you, you know, so you have a good record or people really like you.
Yeah, I do have a record, yeah.
You have a good record. So that's a good thing.
I do have a good record, yeah.
That's excellent. No, but the thing is, like, they're very pickish, you know. There's the impress in the negative, if I may say. There's an impress, so they are very, very pickish. They want the highest quality for the job you apply, so they are very, very pickish. That being said, the strength is here, you know, as a result, meaning that I see you getting it. You know, the strength is like you have to balance the competitiveness, if I can say competitiveness. Yeah, you have to really you have to mix that and make sure you are very competitive and you look into the future with your quality, your people kind of quality thing. So you don't want to be too kind. You also want to tell them, yes, I'm kind, I'm very good at what I'm doing, but also I want to be the best.
The best at it, yes.
You need to tell them that. And I see it happening. I do see it happening, but I still see something where you got to be careful. They hear about the money. They don't care about who you are. I have to tell you, you must have a good record, of course. But this is where you want to find a job. They care about the money and how much you can represent them, if I may say. So I see you having it, but you need to really have the right balance in between you being very nice.
Okay.
And also them being very competitive and wanting the best so they can generate more money, because it is a business at the end of the day.
I'm very competitive. I like to compete with other people and be one of the best. I'm very, very competitive.
That's what you need. That's what they need to hear. They really want to hear that and hear, you know, I'm part of you. You are, you know, you're the best place where you with which I want to work, because I'm very competitive and I want everything to work out. But I see you getting it. I don't know if I can tell you if it's in January or February, but something is really happening shortly. You are aligned for everything to happen. And please let us know, because, you know, February soon, and come back and tell us. But I see it happening, and I don't really have any worries for you. It's just this competitiveness. Remember, they are here for the money.
Gotta be competitive. Yes, to prove myself that I can do it and I can be successful. And I have that drive. So I'm going to prove myself 100% so they can see I'm a leader. I'm a team player. I got this.
That's exactly what I want to hear. So I have no worries. You know, I really feel that it's going to happen very soon. And there's a lot of good cards behind you, a lot of strength.
Sure.
So it's good.
I'll let you know how it goes next Sunday when I come to see you live. I'll let you know how it went.
That's wonderful. But remember as well, don't be too overpowered, you know, kind of thing either, because they're a little bit kind of, they have a bit of an attitude, you know, these people I can see, they think very highly of themselves, the people that you may meet. So also you need to let them, you know, you need to balance, to be very gentle to them.
Yeah, of course.
It's you know, it's like,
I dealt with people like that before, but I know how to work around it. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I see in the cards. Well, that sounds really great. I wish you the best of luck. And you are Aquarius anyway. What could happen to you? Because you're leading us for 2,000 years.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I see you very soon. Thank you,
See
Betsy.
then.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon. Awesome.
Okay, talk to you.
Wonderful.
Bye. Bye.
Take care. So let me see what is going on with the message on Facebook, because it seems no message is going through because I didn't launch the chat system on time. I don't know why. And then now I think I'm not getting the messages, which is really, really annoying me. Let me just double check something, because I do everything here, as I said. So I need to check the technical aspect just to make sure people on Facebook can reach me. Because sometimes if they can, they get very upset because I want to ask a question and they're like, yeah, last week, I was on your Facebook and then I was typing and typing and typing and you did not respond. So I want to make sure that this chat system is working. So I'm actually launching my Facebook on the side and taking a look and just making sure that there isn't someone really desperate to get an answer to that question, because I'm here to bring an answer to all the questions you have. So let me check, because that's a bit surprising that there's no message today. That's really bizarre. So, well, it seems to be working though. So let's see how it will go. If there's no message in the whole show, it means there was a problem, and then we will just deal with it. This is what it is. Okay, so I wanted to talk to Bo because I think you're the first one who connected even before the show started, like an hour and a half ago. You were already in the waiting list, which is great because you know that it's every Sunday at noon. We're here all together. And what is your question today, Bo? How are you doing, first of all?
I'm doing okay. I'm under a lot of pressure.
Right.
With you know who,
know.
but I'm faring out pretty consistently. So I wanted to say before I ask my question, Raphael, you are such a great person, and you have such deep understanding on so many things, and you are so empowering to people. I really want to say thank you to you for doing this today, but for being who you are.
Thank you.
Because I listen as much as I can to your answers to other people, and I just see a big heart, very positive thinking, empowering people because they are the creators of their lives. And you bring all this to the table and it feels really right.
Thank you. You touched my heart. Thank you very much for saying it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for being here.
Thank you. So I have several questions, but since I have to choose one, and I'm going to see you privately a week from this week.
All right.
My question, I guess, will be again about my husband.
Yes.
And the whole situation around the house in the next 3 months. If it is too general, then tell me, and I will boil it down to another one. Is that okay to ask this question?
Yeah, because I can pick 3 cards and see what will be the evolution, I mean, for that matter, what's going to happen with the house situation in the next
Let's say February, March, and April.
All right, so let me check it out and see what is happening. I just remind everyone that Bo is married, and then there's a house involved, and they don't know if they're going to stay together or not. It's a little bit tricky, but of course she wants to keep the house because it's a great house. And so we've been wondering for all these months, how she could keep it and what would be the outcome of, the situation. So now we're going to look again and see for the next 3 months what is happening with this house, if she can keep it, or what is happening, because it has been put on the market, but I didn't feel that it was going to be sold. So let's see what is going on.
They actually took it off the market. My stepson took it off the market, and my husband is going to visit with him in LA on Tuesday to talk about it. So I'm like, do I go with the general question the next 3 months, or how this visit will pan out? But you do whatever you please.
Yeah, for mother, I feel that something the main thing I feel is going to happen in April, for what's going to happen now in February, March, nothing really much is happening around the house, but in April, there will be a conversation about it that is a bit annoying. The conversation is going to really start again, in April. And I feel that this is when possibly a deal could be found in April. So things could be resolved in April. but it will be a terrible conversation, I have to say. You know, as it's been a little bit, it's not going to be like, okay, great, let's do that, everybody's happy. It won't be that way. It will be this conversation that will be very complicated, but in the end, I feel that it's going to fix everything. But the real conversation will occur in April, I feel, which is in like 4 months from now, basically. Not
Right.
now. So
but what
it's
do you
gonna be,
mean when you say everything will be fixed? I would like to keep the house.
I know,
Is
so
that what you
everything,
mean?
I would say so. I feel that the real conversation is going to occur in April in what is
Yes.
happening and in the destiny of the house. That's what I'm feeling. I feel that it will be good for you. It will be in your favor, but it will be a very fiery conversation that will last for a while,
That's
maybe the
okay.
whole month, by the way. You know, it could be like the whole month back and forth and this and that. And
Okay.
it could be that way. I don't see it getting sold, by the way, once
Okay.
again, but I feel that the
Yes.
status of the house in a sense to that who it belongs to, what do we do with it, I think it will be determined in April. I don't see it being sold right now. I feel like a lot of confusion, a lot of conversation that leads to
Yes.
nowhere right now, maybe between your husband and his son. And,
Yes.
you know, I feel that it's not getting anywhere. It's very complicated. It's super complicated. You know, March will be the same. So it's just a conversation that leads nowhere. You know, in
I love
April,
it.
it's more like a
Yes.
conversation that will really say who does what with the house and what happened to it. But once again, I don't see it being sold at all. And I never see it being sold. And it's good that it's out of the market, by the way.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes.
That's what we
The
wanted. That's what you
sun.
wanted, you know.
Yes. Exactly.
Perfect. Because also we remembered that it was not the right time. And I told you to do a study in the market and see, you know, if maybe the price that we were asking were anyway not a good price. So I don't know if you did that study, you know, but anyway.
I did some. The universe sent me an email to tell me that everybody's equity has been going up. So I'm like, what are we talking here about? But I have enough time to prepare between now and April for these turbulent conversations. But that was really, really helpful. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Bo. And yes, in April, I feel that it just will be a lot of, I don't feel that it will be a hard business conversation. It will be a hard emotional conversation. You know, that's what you need to prepare for.
For me or for him?
But for all of you. I feel you're going to talk
about
this house thing. And, you know, because this house seems to be, a lot of people are interested in this house, you, your husband, the son, you know. So it's going to be a conversation that will bring up all the problems that exist between the three of you, if I may say. It's not the house itself, the problem at the end of the day. It's the misunderstanding between everyone in the connection you have. This is where the problem is. Not the house, actually. The house is just in the middle, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
It's the culprit. Thank you so much.
Exactly. It's very much what it is. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your nice comments, by the way. It's always nice, you know, to receive comments. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much. And then we are going to move on to, I think it was Kristen, maybe, who was connected. But Kristen disappeared for a second. Maybe she's going to be back. The chat working, by the way. I wanted to tell you it's finally working. So I'm starting to get some messages. So it is working. You can ask your question. But now I don't know how let me just click that thing. I don't know how to actually see the messages. That's another problem now. Okay, I'm sure it's going to work. Anyway, Kristen disappeared. Adiba, I think you are close to us right now, and I think you were next. So you can absolutely connect with us. And then maybe you have a question for today. How are you doing?
It has been really hard because yesterday Elle messaged and we had a very bad argument.
Right.
Because he was like, please leave me alone. We are done. I moved on and I don't have feelings for you anymore. I don't know why I want to cry. So sorry.
Well, you know, it's emotions. Sometimes you have emotions coming up and you can totally let them happen. You know, we all have emotions and sometimes we all cry. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. It's human. It's part of our experience, you know, so it's totally fine. If you are feeling like crying, you're welcome. No problem.
And it's like he told me that he was angry. So I know that it was angry words, but he said that I'm crazy and stuff because I am the only one damaged in this whole relationship. And I am the only one damaged and broken. He's fine. He's totally fine. He's completely fine. He doesn't have any issues or any problems. He has already moved on with a woman who's 25 years old, very experienced, and has the life ahead of him that he believes that he's her boyfriend or something. So I don't know. Like, I'm texting him right now, and he's like, because yesterday, as you already know, I struggle with mental health, and it's really tough for me with emotions. So I kind of done something,
What
and
did you do?
I kind of self-harmed.
Right. I just want to remind something to everyone. If you feel that there are things where you really want to, damage yourself, like physically, I would have to tell you, you need to talk to a doctor about it, because I am not able to help you with this kind of thing. So it's very important that you remember, the distinction between me being able to give you advice, for
Yeah.
your life. And if you really feel you're in danger, you really, need to maybe talk to the right people. And I want to remind everyone, by the way, you never know, but on my website, there's always like the phone number for helpline for every country, where, if one day you feel like really horrible in the middle of the night and you feel not really well, you can always call them and ask them for advice, and it works. And, so I just want to say on my website, if you go in the, I think it's in the terms and the section. There's always a numbers for most countries, from America, from the UK. So if ever you feel like really not well, don't wait, to talk to me. And of course, call them, because it's very important. These people can really help you. So I just wanted to say that, it's very important. But for you, Adiba, so basically I want to remind everyone a little bit about the story. Adiba is seeing someone, and then there's some ups and downs. And it seems that through the readings we've been doing the past weeks, it seems that this person that she's seeing has issues as well, emotional issues. And, and it felt that Adiba, being a Sagittarius, by the way, was being a good help, if I may say, to this person she was seeing, called Elle, that we call Elle. So it seemed that she was a little bit at this position where she was there. She entered Elle's life to help him through, using her own experience and using actually who she is as a guide. That's how I saw her appearing in the cards, in the sense of the connection she has with Elle, So I want to pick a card and see what is going on right now. And I'm going to use the crystal cards right now. I just show you again, because I'm being told I don't show my cards enough, and people want to see the cards, because it is a tarot kind of show. So you want to see the cards. I show them to you. And then I'm going to pick a crystal card and see what would be the advice for the cards, actually, from the crystal cards right now for you, Adiba, and what you should do, or what is the vibe. And that's how I feel the crystal card can really help us. So, sometimes in these moments,
Yeah, Elle kind of texted me, and he asked me, like, are you okay and stuff, because I think he felt like really guilty afterwards, because he understood that I when I'm very triggered, it's very emotional for me, because I am trying to make him understand something he doesn't want to understand. And even now he's like telling me that he wants me to stop doing it, and it happened just once. It happens just yesterday after a long time.
Right.
And he says that I'm his friend and stuff, but kind of hurts still that he's like so bland and everything. It's like I don't like it.
I hear you. I understand. So the card that came up, you're going to be surprised. It's like shocking for everyone. It's a success card. And so I feel that, the success card and this special crystal, mean that you really need to trust yourself, that what you're doing, what you've been doing is not vain. It's not vain is not the word. Vain is in French. What you've been doing and helping him has an action. It's a good thing. And what is happening right now is part of the process. You need to carry on. And actually, I recommended this book to you. You remember, actually, I recommend it to everyone, Facing the Truth of Your Life by Meryl Yost. Because what I like about it, it explains what made you who you are right now, with the weakness and the strength. And there might be some weaknesses you carried, with you in this life right now, growing up. And it's very important for you, I think, to remember that you must not take, if somebody is damaged with you, and you are dealing with someone who's a bit damaged, and I think that's the case of, everyone is a little bit damaged anyway. So it's not just your boyfriend or this person you're seeing. It's a case, everyone is. This person has a lot of work to do on themselves. So it's very important that you protect yourself, and you understand that it is not to you to take everything like this on your face, and like try to deal with it. No, you need to be prepared for it, and everything that he's sending to you is not necessarily against you. Remember as well, what I saw in the cards during the week is that he went through a lot of things when he grew up. And at the same time, a way for protection, to protect himself, is to to just push you away, because if he doesn't, he has to face all these issues and talk about them and deal with them. And he can't, you can't always deal with your issues. It's not the right time. So you're just pushing. So because you've got the success card, I think it really tells you, carry on what you're doing. Do not pay attention to what's happening. Sorry, of what's happening right now, you know, on the road. It's not, it doesn't reveal the outcome of the situation, what is happening right now. So you need to, you know, take a deep breath and just really believe in yourself. And that sounds very random, you know, believe in yourself, you know, like a disco song.
Yeah.
But no, believe in, no, because it's true. At the end of the day, this is the key to everything. If you really believe, you know, that what you're doing is right, nothing can stop you, you know. And so you need to reconnect with that belief. What you've done, you know, helping him, being with him, everything was real, you know, it's completely real, and it still is real right now. So rather than damaging yourself and thinking, you know, I'm terrible, you know, what I did is a disaster, and do bad things to yourself, no, to the contrary, you need to like go back in time and see, okay, I've done this, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. I'm proud of what I did. Some of it worked out. Sometimes there's a little bit of a gap. But the success card is here to remind you that you're absolutely great in what you did, and you need to do more. So don't leave it, and don't take everything that he says to you, you know, as a, it's not necessarily the truth, you know. This is what he's saying right now, but this is the truth, not necessarily.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of like regroup yourself, you know, with yourself, and get the strength back, and you know, and how can I say, get him back, if I may say, but not by texting him a lot, more by understanding where he's coming from and how you can deal with it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, understand where you're coming from and how you can deal with this.
Because I don't know how he might be feeling, because he hides a lot. He
Everything.
usually hides so much.
Yeah. He hides, you know, he hides everything. So this is what it is. But I still feel that, you know, you need to, don't stick too much to what he said to you. Don't believe too much of what he's saying to you. This is just like a way to protect himself. That's how he's pushing you away, because he feels like a little bit invaded in his own problems, and he doesn't really want to talk about them, and he's not ready for it. So it's very much about patience, but keep doing what you're doing, you know, and don't think that it's against you. It actually is doing something against himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told you as well, I don't know if this woman exists to the 25, you know, so it's important to remember that. I'm not sure that woman exists at all anyway, from what I felt. So, you know,
he said to me that she has a baby, so he's not gonna stick along with her. But I don't know why. I have a feeling that that woman, even if she does exist, she's not serious with him like he thinks she is.
Me, I felt that this woman does not exist at all. So
wow, okay.
That's, you know, I felt there's no woman there. It doesn't exist. Might be someone he sent a few messages to, but that's it. There's nothing happening there. So, you know, this is just a way to kind of make you jealous, or to kind of like feel more powerful, saying I met someone at 25, and you know, so yes. So it's important to, you know, look at the reality for what it is, and not be carried away by messages or things that he might say to you that might be just a way to protect himself, just a cover.
Yeah.
All right. So be patient. And this success card, you know, actually this opiment, it's a now I lost it. I put it back on the game, but it's the stone you can meditate with. I used to have a piece of it. It's very beautiful. This let me opiment, it's called. Let me just get the card again. I don't know where I put it. I put it back. Okay, here it is. Yeah, the opiment. It's a very nice crystal as well, you know. And sometimes people talk about crystals. I don't know what to do with them, but you can just put them in your hand, close your eyes, and see the magic appearing in your mind, you know. And that could be a good card for you. But you know, stick to what you're doing. Don't let anything you know, putting you down. And you know, do the things the way you do them. You know, don't listen too much to what he's telling you at this point. You know, stay strong, because this is a success coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read the book as well, that I always recommend, by Merle, because I honestly, it's so transforming, this book. It was so amazing. I've done an interview of him that you can see on my YouTube, Facing the Truth of Your Life. The YouTube show is called RTWM Guest, and I really, it's you can watch it, and this book is really, really, really interesting. I think everyone should read it, and I'm sure it's going to do great things to you anyway. So thank you for your question. You know, and we send you all the energy, and be strong, and I'm sure you'll be really fine. I really feel that way, and be proud of, you know, what you're doing. And we all have emotions. Sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh. It's part of it. We have to accept them, you know, go through it. And then, you know, and the next day the sun is back, and it will for you, right? I really feel that way. So be with us, stay with us, and we're here for you. I'm here for you, so you can come back every Sunday for the show. And right now, we're going to talk to Kristen. Kristen, you came back. You disappeared and you reappear like a magician.
I did. I was checking on my little one. Make sure
I
that he's
know.
okay.
Kristen has a cat and she was a little bit worried about the cat because she felt that the cat was a bit sick and stuff. So we've been talking about it recently on this other show as well on Monday, where we talk to spirits. And so I guess that's what we're talking about today, about your little cat.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, they think it's cancer and some other things. So
Yeah, that's what you said.
I know I want to be careful what question I ask because I don't want to ask anything too elaborate.
Sure.
But I basically what I'm saying. So please help. You can always help me modify. But I guess really, I want him to have a good quality of life, and I don't want him to be in pain or to have operations or things or chemotherapies or things that are going to be painful. And you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. But
I understand.
of course, I'll do everything I can. But is he going to get through this? Is he going to get through this?
Well, first of all, from the conversation we had, are you sure for sure that it is cancer?
Well,
that your cat has.
The doctor said he believed it was. They're
right.
getting the blood tests done.
All
but
right.
there was a big lump inside his spleen. There were these mass sort of, like I think you had mentioned tumors and things. So like there were these things inside of his spleen.
All right, I understand.
And they were hoping it didn't spread to other organs.
I understand. So first of all, I want you to say that I never talk about death, unless somebody's dead already and we connect with the spirit. That I definitely do on Monday. We connect with people crossed over. So I don't really like that kind of question because first of all, I can be wrong when I say somebody is going to die or whatever. Sometimes I feel that something or somebody or an animal is going to die, but I can be wrong. So let's say if I'm wrong and I say, he's not going to make it, and then finally he makes it for 10 years, it's already going to be crying all day. And what's the point?
Right. That's
why you got to be very careful with that. But what I would like to ask, though, even though, to see if whatever he has, whatever it is he has, I saw on, when I did on the Monday, I made a drawing of the cat and I saw there was a tumor. But the tumor doesn't need to be cancer, by the way. You can have things going in your body, and the same with animals. It doesn't have to be cancer. It doesn't have to be something that's going to go everywhere, So I didn't know. I just felt there was something blocking there, that something needed to be done about it. That's how we connected with the healer that I know in Switzerland, who I think is amazing. And then the cat seemed to be jumping all around the house, you said to me, and jumping on the fridge and being happier, which was a good sign. Then the vet gave you the result and told you that, it's probably cancer, and you were really worried. And now you're wondering how that's going to go. And I think the question we could ask is it, for whatever he has, is it better to go in the kind of surgery room kind of thing, vet, or is the healing thing could be enough, and could that go away with either ways? Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think that could be an interesting way to look into it. Okay. So let me see. By the way, I want to remind everyone, I don't know if the chat is working today because I had a message before and it disappeared and I can't see it anymore. And this is really annoying because I didn't launch it before the show. So I don't know if people are writing questions in Facebook and all that. I'm not sure I'm getting them. So I'm sorry when I launched the chat after the beginning of the show, it seems that it doesn't really work. So it's really annoying me. But this is what it is. So if I can't answer a question, whatever, it is what it is. So now we're talking to Kristen and seeing about your cat, seeing what is going on. Would it be better to have a, healing, esoterical approach to, making him feel better, or like a more medical vet kind of thing? So let me see what the
mixture of both,
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what will be the best. So I wanted to put a card for everything that's kind of like esoteric and all that. And then like a more traditional medicine, not traditional medicine, normal doctors kind of thing. Okay. What is the best? And then is that working? And is this working? So let me see. I picked 4 cards. Okay. The healing is here.
I give him energy all day long. It's like,
course. Oh, it's interesting. It seems that the doctor way will be better somehow. So you might have a very good vet, because of course there are some, the difference between doctors and vets as well. I find that it's very difficult to become a veterinary. You have to study for years and years and years. It's hell. Like very few people can become one. It's really highly qualified people. Usually it's people that really like animals. They're not just here for the money or whatever. They're really here because they really care. They can operate on the horses, on the little cat, on the bird. So they have to learn a lot of things. So these people usually are really on a high level and they're highly spiritual, I find. At doctors, it's a mix. It's a mixed bag. There's some amazing ones and some of them are here for the money and the status. But veterinary, usually it's not about that because you gotta really, it's very, 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 very hard to become a vet, So you gotta really want to do it. Otherwise you could be a doctor,
Right.
I'm thinking of someone like that who became a doctor. It was easier than being a vet, and now they're a doctor. But so anyway, I'm not.
I did like his vet. He was very.
He seems to be very good. What I see. They definitely have the right technique. This is this coming up, which is like the magician or the battler with the French. Right. And this is a card coming up, which is the Ace of Cups. So they seem to really have the right tools to actually make it happen. From my understanding, I think it's a tumor that can be removed. And I don't feel personally, from what I saw, I felt something that needs to be maybe cut off or maybe eliminated, with laser or whatever, But I didn't, that's kind of what I felt. I felt something really in a place that needs to be blocked. So this is what I saw,
Yeah. And it's what you're saying is coordinating with what they're saying. They were talking about removing, if the spleen has the problem, the tumor, then they might remove the spleen. And
they might have to do that.
The doctor did say that cats that have that removal of the spleen, he's seen them do very well. They can do very well.
Yes, no, I think so. Exactly, because what comes up is that whatever they do, it brings this, which is like, this is an excellent card. It's very much a card of healing, and it's gentle. So it is not, I share because somebody, it seems to be, it's bringing the healing. As interesting, the interesting side is, if I look in the esoteric approach for this one, it's kind, it's nice, but it will not work at all. So it's important you really see the vet for that one. There's all kind of healing that can be done in life. Sometimes it needs to be, like the traditional way, kind of like with the scissors. And sometimes some healing can come from out of the blue and it can work. So, but I feel a sense of gentleness as well. So I don't think it's going to be too much. Then it might even not be what they said. I think it might be might be something smaller. In fact, it is possible. And once again, I'm not a vet or a doctor, but it could be I don't know, but it could be just a stone, like you know what I mean? Kidney stone.
Some sort of a blockage or something. It
could be something like that. From what I felt there's something that should not be there. And that is not that big actually. And that's what I felt. Because once again, from what I see, I don't see something awful, if I may say, so it might be less than what you think, even if it's shocking, and he was very sick, but it might not be what you think. It might not be.
Of course, they always tell you the worst. They kind of, if they're going to
tell you the worst, of course.
When he said cancer, because I think it's cancer. I was like, what?
Especially for cats, yeah. I mean, for human, it's horrible as well, but for a cat, it's such a little animal, and it's very difficult to address big problems.
I wouldn't want him to have chemotherapy or anything aggressive. So with the Ace of Cups coming up, that makes me feel like whatever we do, it won't be so harsh on him.
I totally understand what you're saying, and it makes a lot of sense. You have to be very careful. They are little cats, But anyway, that's what I'm sensing. So I think it's a message of hope, and it's important you see the vet. But I feel something very gentle as well in what he's bringing, and the person who's doing it he loves animals, and he's going to bring love. He might be a spiritual person as well, that might not market themselves as such, but there are also people that have both qualities. On this planet that can also be a doctor and also be a spiritual person, so that happens sometimes, and that's actually the best of the best. Somebody who knows both worlds and master, the material and the and the other dimensions. There are some people like that. I wish there were more, but you seem to have found the right person. So I like what I see, and I feel that they should be they will, once again, from what I'm feeling, I don't want to give you false hope, but I'm not too worried. I feel that after what they're going to be doing, there will be a period of a recovery that is tiring, but it's not terrible, but still, and then it works out. That's what I feel. So I feel the vet really can fix your cat. From what I'm feeling, I don't feel like it's about to die. Okay. That I can say, because it's positive. If I saw it was going to die, I wouldn't tell you. But I actually feel that this is not what seems to be happening now. So it's more like a challenge in the road, but it's not like a end thing where it's going to die in 2 months and it's finished. I don't feel that, because it can be sometimes with animals, you know,
Or
or with people.
I don't want to keep him alive. Well, but he's in pain or suffering either.
Yeah, but I feel once again, you have the right vet. I feel he's going to do what's right. And I feel that it's going to work out, but there will be a moment when he's not going to feel great after they did the treatment.
Right.
Which you can imagine.
Yes.
But it's okay though. Could be worse.
Okay, he'll just be really run down, tired, upset.
Yeah, that's what could happen after what they're going to be doing. It is very possible that the cat, is going to feel a little bit like shit.
He'll feel fragile. He'll need sleep. He'll feel low
that's
energy.
very, very likely. Yes.
Not himself. Yeah.
Okay. Very, very likely. That it's really weak and stuff after that. But once again, I see someone very talented and fixing everything. I don't see someone like something very invasive that's going to cut him into. I don't feel that way. I would feel that way if it were, but I don't. That's all. I feel it might be more gentle than you think. You know, their approach. So I feel it's very positive, what I see, you know. Of course, do not stop the healing session. It's always good, but it seems it's really not enough. Something needs to be done by your vet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just keep sending him positive healing, but
as well, of course, but it's really not enough. Yes, it needs to be done, you know, like with a medical person, you know, and that's your vet you have, and you found the right vet. So, you know, it's good, you know, it's good that you found that person. It seems to really be the right person. I 100% encourage you to work with this vet, this person, you know, they really, really care about your cats.
We were very lucky because when I took him to emergency, the original vet said to me, I know we have to move on really, really quick, but we were so lucky because the original vet said, oh, I want to hold up on the ultrasound and some other stuff because you're not going to believe this. The specialist has an opening in 5 days on Saturday. And he said, normally specialists take a month or more to get an appointment with. And he's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe there's an actual appointment that you can, and you don't, normally this would be at least a month. So I think we were very lucky to be.
It was meant to be, you know, it was some luck, and I think it's a great thing, and I really feel it's going to work out. So it's good news, but keep us informed. Once again, I don't want to give false hope, and I can be wrong, but I feel something quite positive. I don't see the kind of death, horrible kind of vibe around it. I don't see the end, you know, that's all what I'm feeling. I can be wrong, but you know, of course I'm not always right. But I'm happy as well because I know your cat, and I always saw it on Zoom, and you know, and I really want your cat to be fine. And I know how it's important, you know, animals are so important for us, you know, it's like, especially when we have them for a while, they're our best friends, and we want them to, you know, to live forever, or to live as long as we do, you know, or something. But yes, so I'm happy for you, Kristen, that the vibes are pretty good. And it's give him a lot of love, and you know, and it should be fine. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for being here. And soon I will do a show, by the way, where we'll talk just to animals. People will be able to bring their animal, you know, and I'll communicate with the animals. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to prepare that very soon, and it's going to be about talking to pets, you know, what they feel, what they think.
Maybe I should book a session with you and bring Yuri, and you can talk to your.
Yes, we could absolutely. Yes, we can absolutely do that. That would be a very good idea. We can see exactly what's going on with him. Absolutely. Yes. I love to communicate with animals. It's very interesting what they feel, what they want. They don't communicate like humans, but they feel like humans, even if they don't speak like humans, but they feel very much, and they have a lot to tell us. What I want to say about it, by the way, is because every souls at some point, we're all connected on the same place, whether it's an animal, a human, an extraterrestrial, we are all in the same kind of bubble. So at the end of the day, because we have this connection, even if a cat is a cat, there's more to it, or a dog is a dog, but there's more to it. That one dog came to our lives for a certain reason. And because they also have a soul, and they are here to bring something to us. By the way, I want to tell you a little story. Now we are talking about it. I used to date someone, and my cat hated that person. I used to have a cat, like a Siamese cat called Madonna, that I took from someone, like some old lady died somewhere, and I saw an ad online, and I wanted to rescue a cat, but I really wanted a Siamese cat. So I saw this ad, and I said, okay, is the cat available, or did you find someone? And anyway, I said, no, take it. The grandma is dead. And so, you know, we want the cat to have a good house. So Madonna became my cat. And this cat was always like peeing in the bag of this person I was dating, or biting that person, like really, really madly, you know. And I found out that this person was really bad, and my cat was trying to protect me by peeing in the bag of this person, biting this person like really ferociously. And the cat hated this person because the cat knew that this person was very bad for me. And in the end, this person was terrible for me. So that explains how, you know, and this cat Madonna was very good with some people, with my close friends. And that person, she would destroy the bag, bite this person like the middle of the night. It was crazy. And I was a bit upset. But now I know my cat wanted to protect me. So thank you, Madonna. She's not with us anymore, but you know, your animals can sometimes guide you and have a message for you. So now finally the chat is working. We have Virgo Queen on YouTube who's asking us, hi, I'd like to know if I will find out if I'm pregnant next month with twin boys. So I just wanted to remind you that, so you think you are pregnant from two boys. So I don't know if you're pregnant at all. So let me, you know, kind of check with the cards what I'm feeling. And sometimes I can connect with the babies that are about to be born. But now with your question, Virgo Queen, I feel that there's one boy. For some reason, I don't feel that there's two. I feel there's one. There's no twins. I feel there's a big one. So I feel there's a big boy, but I don't think there's twins. That's not what I'm sensing. And are you going to find out next month? I feel it's big already somehow. You know, it's not going to be a small baby. When are you going to find out about it? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell you exactly which months, but the next baby you have or the first baby you have, I feel it's going to be a boy, and it's a big boy. There's no two or three, or there's only one, I feel. One big one that's taking the whole room. There's no room for another one. So there's only one big, like a big boy you're going to have, I think, Virgo Queen. So I hope I was able to respond to your question. And twins run in my family, she says. All right, yes, but for you, it's going to be one big one. You won't have, maybe later you have some twins, but the first one, or like this one that I see, is a big boy, and there's no room, but you will not let anyone else come in. It's going to be just this one. So which months? Yeah, it's hard for me to say, but it's the months, I don't know. Yeah, it could be winter in a sense, because it feels like it's the months where people are a little bit bigger in winter. Usually when it's cold, they eat inside, and I see it's possible that it's during a winter months, winter, fall, but it's going to be a big boy. No twins for now, maybe later. So I hope I was able to respond to your question. And then there's Bruno who says Happy New Year. So thank you, Bruno. Happy New Year to you. And then we're going to get to the end of the show. Jan disappeared. She didn't tell us what happened in her life this week. We're very disappointed because every week Jan was always with us. But maybe she had something to do, maybe an encounter, maybe someone to meet. I hope she's having fun. And then thank you for being here every Sunday at noon LA time. It's the RTW Untitled Live. You can ask your questions. And it was a really great pleasure for me to have you. Tomorrow on Monday at 6 p.m. LA time, it's a show Talk to Spirits, where we reconnect with spirits, people crossed over on the other side. So it's every Monday, 6 p.m. LA time. And we do that. You can already watch the episodes of last week's if you go on my YouTube, youtube.com/Raphael Psychic. I have someone that just entered the room just before we ended. So I'm going to see who that is, because, you know, I'm always very curious in Zoom. I was just about to disconnect, but, you know, curiosity, I want to see who that is. Who just connected? Hello, the last but not the least. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Connecting to audio. Hello? I think the sound is coming. Are you there? Jan is back. So let's see. Okay, so we have two people connected. Hello, HuaweiP40. How are you doing? Hello, are you there? Okay, let's talk to Jan, because Jan knows how it works, and then we'll talk to this final person who connected. Jan, how are you doing? You disappeared. We were just about to finish, but we want you to know what is happening.
I had another Zoom call I had to go to, so I thought I'd try.
I wonder with a guy.
No, I wish.
Okay. So how are you doing? How have you been this week? It's been a long time.
Good. I didn't get to see Hot Guy. He was busy, which made me sad, even though he's a liar. Anyway, yeah. I'm talking to someone new. I was wondering if he was trustworthy.
Is that the one that we talked about last Sunday, or is that another one?
That's another one. Because that guy that was we talked about last Sunday, nothing happened. He stopped writing to me.
All right. Let's move on to this new one that you're connected to, and let's see if it's trustworthy, okay? And
yes.
okay. Yeah, I like him. He's nice. I think he's nice. He's trustworthy. I feel very much that way. He could be a bit secretive, though. You know, there might be things that he doesn't tell you. But I feel like he's a good guy, and there's something quite solid there, especially in the money. He might be investing money, and he's quite strong in that aspect. But he could be a bit secretive. He might not. It's someone who doesn't like to say everything, who don't like to reveal everything, which doesn't mean that they're a crook or something and they want to hide it. They just want to hide certain things. They don't want to say everything. So I like what I see. It's somebody who's strong, who's financially stable, has ideas about investments, and also has a good drive, if I may say, good fun.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's good for you. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's exciting. Tell us more when you know more, and then we'll compare what I saw and what's actually happened.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. That sounds great. I'll see you soon. And then we have the last person. So sorry, I forgot your name. You're away, but what's your name again? Can you see? I mean, I think this person doesn't know I'm talking to them, but because your name is not on it, so I don't know how to talk to you because I don't see your name. Let me just see if I can do something.
Dora,
there you go. How are you doing?
Croatia.
Just arrived at the end, not because I see you appearing. I see Huawei, so you know it's like
I was trying to connect to the meeting yours before 1 week ago, then 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't connect to Zoom camera. I don't know why. Internet connection was good. Yeah, it says like the host is preparing his meeting and it's like loading all the time and it did not connect. I don't know why.
Well, what's great is that you could connect today, unlike the other time. So I think it's wonderful. Yeah. Sometimes, of course, Zoom updates certain things. I know the technology we're using, it's not always perfect, but today it is because you're here with us. Yeah. Would you like to ask us a question for today? It is the last question of the day, and then I'm going to go.
Okay, so I don't know what's happening because I don't know if you remember, I talk about two persons.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, nothing is happening. What's going on?
All right,
just like blank, nothing.
I hear you. So I remember there was one person that was really trying to get back into your life and you were a little bit scared and you were like, what does he want from me? So that was one of the person. And then there was another person that you used to date who now is with a woman. And I don't know if they have a kid together, but I'm not sure. But I felt that this person really wanted to be back with you. Hello? We are a little bit... Okay, there's a little problem with your internet, but I'm still going to pick a card and see where your love life is headed right now, because you froze like a Mr. Freeze, if I may say, like an ice cream. So let me see still. I'm going to pick a few cards because this is the end of the show and I want to make sure that we see something for you. And I'm going to pick 3 cards and see just what is happening in your love life. I'm going to take January, February, March, just like a little quickie and see what's happening. I feel that there's things happening, you know, I see some love happening for you. So one of these two persons, I hope you can still watch the show anyway. If you're not here with us right now, you can rewatch the show later. So you can always watch it when we finish on YouTube. It will be there immediately. So I see some love coming to you. I really see an improvement, and this love is going to become more concrete through March. So keep your patience. There was this kind of transition in December to this new year. So, you know, people were, it's cold and there's a lot of things happening. So maybe things were a little bit slowed down. That being said, I really feel that there's love coming to you. And the man that we talked about last week, which you used to be with, and now is trying to get back with you and in touch with you, I think they're going to reveal themselves and really tell you, you know what, I really care about you. I'm going to give you this. I want to give you my heart. So this is just happening a little later. So a little bit of patience. And then I feel that new things are happening and projects with this person. I'm talking about the second person that we mentioned last time, not the first one. So I hope I was able to respond to answer your question. And now this is the second ending of the show. Thank you for watching. It was great to have you. I remind you the time every Sunday it's at noon LA time. So it's the best if you connect at the beginning, so you are sure I can answer your question. And then of course Monday, the Spirit Show, RTWM, Talk to Spirit, where you can connect with spirits and people who crossed over. Maybe Jan want to participate tomorrow because I know she never came. She never joined that one show. So it could be be good for you to maybe see. I know you like new things and experiments. Actually, you went with us once, I remember, in the number 2, but you can come back. So I will talk to you soon. It's great to be with you. Have a great Sunday. And then I will see you again tomorrow, Monday. And of course, next Sunday, same time. I'm always here and I'm excited to be with you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Raphael.